Fred, talk to me about the changing mindset when you come off the bench as opposed to starting. You started tonight, not a terrific night, but a pretty good night. I mean, you're 5 of 11. You made some shots. Is it different playing with that group?
Yeah, it's a lot different. You got to find your role and find your niche, and just got to be able to adapt. Obviously, coming off the bench, you don't really get time to feel your way into it. You got to be locked and loaded, ready to go. And I try to do that as a starter, but it's a little different, being probably the last option out there. So I thought I did a good job moving the ball, dictating pace, and just locking in on the defensive end. And whatever offense came to me, I was trying to take advantage of it.
Does that make it easier when you're, well, I mean, like you said, you're not worried about the offense. You're maybe the last option, and stuff kind of finds you easier?
Yeah, it is. It's still tough at the same time. You don't want to force anything. And when you look up, you got 2 points, and you play about 25 minutes. You start itching a little bit, but you just got to trust it. And at this point, Jonesy, I'm just, trusting that these things will balance themselves out. And I think that right now we have to make a more concerted effort to overpass a little bit until we figure our stuff out. And if I got to be the guy on the short end of the stick for that, I'll take that on the chest and with full trust that, those things will work themselves out.
You guys had great energy. You're 5-0 now on the second nights of back-to-back. You've won your last 7 on the second night. I asked JV, I asked Nick, what your thoughts on why it kind of happens that you guys pick it up on that second night?
It takes a little bit more focus and effort and intensity, and just naturally when you do that, things tend to work out for you. So I think we're making a more concerted effort to not give things away and not make it easy and go out there with a good focus and energy and intensity. And when you do that, most nights, you'll have a chance to win.
Kyle with the triple-double tonight. I mean, you were one of 5 guys in double figures, and just tell me about the way the team played, why you guys were so successful.
Yeah, moving the ball a lot. I think that obviously when you got a guy like Kawhi out there, he's going to have the ball quite a bit, and when he's out, the rest of us have to do a good job of stepping up and sharing the wealth. So I think that tonight we did a good job moving the ball. Everybody was able to eat a little bit, and Kyle was Kyle, and he was special out there and dictated, and just I think we went 3-4 minutes there without scoring to start the game, and he kind of settled us down with a quick 7 just to be like, all right, I'm here now.
Fred, what do you remember as a kid about Vince Carter? I mean, it was funny, they were talking about Vince's when he started and Trae Young and their relationship in terms of age. I mean, Vince is 41, Trae's barely past a teenager. What do you remember about Vince Carter?
Yeah, man, I think he's been around so long that we kind of forget, it's once in a generation type player that he was, and changed the game with his athleticism and just his passion, and being able to fly around out there and then turned into a hell of a scorer. So Vince has changed the game. Obviously, being in Toronto these 3 years, I've been able to experience it firsthand, but he changed the game for every kid growing up. And like you said, I'm only 24, so I was just a kid when he was, terrorizing the league, and it's awesome to see him, whatever year it is, 21 now. Still able to go out there and compete at a high level. He's a special guy. Obviously, the game is lucky to have him.
Did you guys come into the game knowing that he was that close to 25,000?
No, we didn't. I didn't know until about 2 minutes there left. I couldn't figure out what the crowd was cheering for. So we figured it out a little bit towards the end, and at that point, I think we were just, it's fun to try to not let him get it. You don't want to give it to him. You want to make him still earn it. But I thought that it was cool that he was able to get that record against us.
So it means when you guys realized it was happening, you're like, okay, let's guard him tight, let's make sure.
Yeah, I was on double team, triple team, all that. You don't want guys to get records off on you, but it was a thin line. You want him to get it, as a fan, but you're still a competitor. So it was cool that he had to go out there and earn it and got at the last second. And it's awesome guy.
Fred, so far through this season, what do you think has been the biggest adjustment in your game? What's kind of worked well for you this season?
It's a different offense. Trying to figure it out. It's going to take some time. Obviously, last year I think we had 5-man platoon units, and our rhythm and stuff was a lot better. So this year is a little different. Just trying to find the groove and find where your shots are coming from. And like I said earlier, right now I'm just trying to be the guy who's passing a little bit too much and trying to figure out where our shots are going to come from, and those things will work themselves out as the season goes on.